Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. It's time for RuPaul's Drag Race. You all, this week is the Marketing Infomercial Challenge, Brand Awareness Challenge. They are focusing on kind of a spin of Group, or is it Goop? Gwyneth Paltrow's company that is highly, even the rich people ain't buying that stuff. You have to be wealthy to get that Goop stuff. So they're doing a spinoff called Droop, whatever. This is the challenge, the week where you have to be able to come up with something funny, on brand, yourself. You ain't no script, ain't no choreographers, ain't no. Kind of Snatch Game. It's not really improv though. Like, you have to plan this out and make it funny, and you have to do it all on your own. I enjoy this challenge. It's a normal challenge. Now, the mini challenge, let's start from the beginning. The beginning. I said the beginning is nothing but Jan crying. Jan is an ugly crier. Like, Jan is a beautiful person, but when she cries and scrunches that face up, it's a no ma'am. It's a no ma'am. Jan is crying. I'm like, girl, please stop. She's like, I'm not upset that I didn't win the challenge. I'm just so upset that my best friend went home. Like, and it would have felt so much better if I would have won the challenge and Britta went home, then maybe it would have been worth something, but I lost the challenge and Britta went home. I'm like, girl, I told you last week in the video, you were doing too much. It wasn't Madonna to me. Now, Jackie thinks that Jan should have won. That's why you ain't a judge, Jackie. To me, just because Jan is the best singer does not mean she automatically wins. I explained this last week. With the auto-tune on everyone's voices, everyone sound the same. Jan being a singer, that auto-tune just leveled the playing field. And the way she was doing her mouth in that challenge, it wasn't Madonna to me. But I ain't a judge neither. But they agreed. Gigi won. Moving on. Jada says, I think Jan is more upset that she lost this challenge, not that Britta went home. And I agree. We say this time after time. This is not RuPaul's Best Friends race. This is the drag race. You will see Britta in New York in a few weeks. And because you couldn't get over losing your best friend, you cried the entire episode. You end up gonna seeing that ass this week. Like, Britta gone, now you gone. Girl, bye. When you come on this show and you see your best friend there, I know it's a camaraderie. Everyone wants everyone to do well. It's no stabbing in the bag, throwing marbles on the stage. It's none of that. Everyone wishes each other well, but at the end of the day, everyone wants to win. So when your best friend goes home, okay, I'm sorry, girl. I'll see you later, but I'm here to win this race. I didn't understand all the tears. But moving on. So the mini challenge was, I think it's called Fab Fit Fun. It's one of those subscription boxes. I'm familiar with them because I have I canceled Glossy Box, but I have BoxyCharm. I used to do Ipsy. I used to do Deca Scarlet. I love a good makeup subscription box. This seems to be more of a lifestyle subscription box, and some of the stuff that just from this little mini challenge that it looks like they put in the boxes is stuff I could get from Five Below. No, ma'am, I don't need that. So moving on. I'm like, okay, Ru, they got to get in groups and make boxes for each other and throw shade. But I'm like, the library better still be open in a couple of weeks because I want to hear the reads. Like, this better not be the library reading challenge. The library better still be open sometime this season because this was light shade. 75% of them wasn't funny. Gigi really wasn't all that funny. She just was lucky enough to be paired with Jackie. Jackie was funny. Sherry and Widow were funny. Everyone else was a blob. Whatever. But Gigi and Jackie won. Congrats to them. Ru announces the challenge. I'm not going to go through them in the workroom, the mirror moments, them pulling the challenge together. It's too much talking. I just want to judge. I want to pretend like I was up there with Shaka Khan. So let's go ahead and get to, I'm going to kind of judge them the way Rue and them judged them, like they did their runway, and then they judged each girl's outfit and performance in the challenge at the same time. So we on the runway. Now, I do want to shout out, what's his name? Bob Harper, Biggest Loser. I love him. I always want to be on the Biggest Loser. I wanted to be on Jillian Michaels' team because I feel like Jillian is the one who could snatch my ass up and work me out. I have some good trainers that are Jillian Michaels-esque. Bob was a little bit more therapeutic. He wanted to be more, get to the emotional part of it. Jillian was like, get up off your ass. Get to these jumping jacks, to these burpees. That's the kind of trainer I need. Get up off your ass. But moving on. Said all that to say I was happy to see he was critiquing the performances. I'm sure he's done many infomercials in his past. So good to see him there. Rue is on the stage. Rue is snatched. Rue is snatched. That black and gold dress was everything to me, Rue. I loved it. The hair is starting to look a little bit typical. It's starting to look like the same wig every week, just a different shade. But I like it. It was nice. But the dress was everything. The category is Black Weddings. I'm going to tell y'all now, y'all probably not going to agree with a lot of my yes ma'ams and no ma'ams. I don't like the theme. I don't like black wedding dresses. I don't like colorful wedding dresses. The only color wedding dress that I've seen throughout the trend of it is those blush pink ones. Those are beautiful. But the red wedding dresses, the black wedding dresses, it's just not my taste. It's not my style. I wish they would have just did a black eleganza. So some of them could have just, because not everyone's dress look like a wedding dress, but let's get into it. But if I give a lot of no ma'ams, it's just because I just don't like the dress. Moving on. Jackie was first. Now on outfit, Jackie got a no ma'am. I understand she's one of them 50s, 1930s, 40s, 50s, whatever decade, looking for her sailor husband on the pier, and he died, so it turned into a funeral. I understand the concept of her look. I just did not like the dress. I didn't like the little mini veil. I just didn't like it. So she got a no ma'am. Jackie did the magic carpet merkins. Now, I was like Shaka Khan. I had no clue what a merkin was when they were in the workroom until I saw it was a vagina wig. I didn't know what Jackie was doing, but I was rolling with it. Jackie's infomercial was hilarious. It was hilarious. I like the throwback to I Dream of Jeannie, and she was like, and you could have one. Like, I loved it, Jackie. I loved it. I loved how stuff magically appeared. Like, they didn't really do a top to bottom, but we kind of knew who was in the top or bottom. Jackie would have been close to being a winner for me. It was funny, and it was very well put together. So, good job, Jackie. You get a yes, ma'am on the challenge, but a no, ma'am on the runway. Moving on to Jan. Jan got a no, ma'am on the runway. She got a no, ma'am on both. The dress, I think I would have liked the dress. I didn't like those super long feathers that were coming up close to her face. It reminded me of when Jackie did it for the Frozen challenge, and she had those super long blue things. Now, I know I gave Jackie a yes, ma'am then, but that was the first time I saw it. So once I see it again, it's like, mm-mm. And plus, I just didn't like it in black. And I don't know. The feathers threw it off for me, so it was a no, ma'am. Like, I don't see anyone at their wedding want feathers up to here. It was just a no. Now, her infomercial was... Now, mind you, I don't think Jan's infomercial was the worst. I don't even think Jan's infomercial, this might be controversial to say, was bottom two worthy. Like, at least Jan she gave too much. Jan's was on a level 15 the entire time instead of starting at a 5, jumping to 15 and coming back down to 10. Like, I understand what they said, but at least Jan gave you something. It wasn't funny. It wasn't funny at all. I don't understand the Sure Jan. I don't understand the Jan because I thought it was Marsha. I thought Marsha was the sister everybody wanted to be like. I don't get it. But at the end of the day, the product sucked and it wasn't funny. It just wasn't funny. So Jen got a no ma'am for both. Moving on to Jada. Jada got a yes ma'am. I like Jada's dress. Her jewelry was very over the top. I love the jewelry. The dress to me was not a wedding dress. Now I know she had on that long veil, which was nice. Her hair was snatched. Makeup can't be touched. But it was a beautiful black gown. That's why it got a yes ma'am. And that's probably why I liked it, because it was more of a gown instead of a wedding dress. But whatever. Her infomercial was hilarious. I loved her idea of the, how do you say it? Luxuria tuck. Just the way, I do like how they said she shaded herself first. She knew she did bad in that Gays Anatomy acting challenge. But this was funny. She invited people to laugh at her. She was getting ready to make a fool of herself. The product was something that people would actually use. It was something you can make fun of. And Jada was, her acting was great. She did very good acting in the infomercial. So Jada got a yes ma'am on the looks, and she got a yes ma'am on the challenge. Good job, Jada. Next was Gigi. Gigi, I don't care. I don't care what week it is. Gigi is gonna slay the runway. I love that snatched waist with that huge halfway poof skirt. It didn't hit the ground. It just came right an inch below the knee. And then didn't she have on some leopard tights? I don't know, but that dress was everything, Gigi. The hair, the little Marilyn Monroe wig, platinum blonde, face, makeup snatch. No, Gigi and Jada do makeup like no other. I loved it. She got a capital yes ma'am on the runway. Now her challenge, it was a fool. Gigi should have been in the bottom. Gigi should have been lip syncing for her life. One, the product was stupid. Perfume that puts you to sleep. Okay, ma'am. And then the acting, one, it wasn't funny. The acting was off, and we've seen Gigi act before. And I'm like, this is Gigi's weakness. We finally found Gigi's weakness. Gigi, if you give her a script, she can tear it up. Maybe playing dead on the improv was the best she could have did. I don't know. But she can perform. You give her a choreographer, she's going to turn out the routine. But if she has to come up with it on her own, if it's not a look, she's lost. Like, the product, she didn't give anything. And we seen Gigi be funny. We seen her be silly. I don't know, maybe she's one of those who was like, I don't have to do much, they love me. And obviously you don't, because you should have been lip syncing, and we all know they didn't put you down there because Widow would have sent you home. Like, I don't care who was going up against Widow on this Shaka Khan week, Widow was sending you home. So maybe that's why they put Jan down there. But to me, Gigi, yeah, we gonna get to Widow, but she was down there with Widow. She sucked. She couldn't even play sleep. Like, how could you play dead that whole improv? But when you playing sleep, you sitting up here blinking your eyes. You can't keep your eyes closed for 10 seconds without blinking for the shot. Moving on, Heidi is next. Heidi got a yes ma'am. Heidi, I love that dress. The shoulders alone, the shoulders with that little sheer peekaboo tank. Now the makeup was still a fool. I don't care what. I ain't gonna shade Heidi. It's the white translucent powder. Someone has to tell Heidi to stop using white translucent powder to bake her face because it's too much and the center of her face looks white and it throws me off every week. She needs try Cashew by Fenty. Cashew by Fenty would work perfect for you, Heidi. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. But the dress was everything. The hair was everything. Heidi is a lights, camera, action, go. And she takes direction well. When Bob told her, what you doing when we say cut is hilarious. Do that. She did it in the workroom. Ru was like, oh, you giving us a lotion, like some Heidi hydration. And she was like, Heidi hydration. Like, yes, ma'am. She takes direction. She's a sponge. She's learning and soaking everything Ru and the judges are giving her. And she's hilarious. And that whistle through her gap, hilarious. I did laugh because I rewatched it. I think I did laugh the most at Heidi. It was a few. Heidi did make me laugh the most because at the end, when she said, and this lotion will cause hair loss, mood swings, flatulence, and then she farts. She's like, excuse me, and then she comes back and you just see the bottle and she got on that bald thing again. She was like, I said it caused hair loss. Like, I hit the ground. Heidi, yes, Heidi, A+. You did the thing. Moving on. Widow got a no ma'am on that dress. Some about it, I didn't like it. Now, the makeup was a yes ma'am, and that little beaded thing, that veil that covered her face was a yes ma'am. I like that, Widow. Yes. The eyes, the blackout eyes was a yes ma'am. Your product was stupid. Throw Tay. It was supposed to be a slutty product it has you gagging. I don't think for it to be a nasty product, you didn't take it there. You didn't make it nasty enough. At least it was the introduction when you were talking. You sound like you were talking on one of those infomercials where you begging for donations. Very calm. Where you should have been nasty, spicy, throwing out the jokes from the beginning. Some of your improv when you were with the pit crew was kind of funny, but it ended up being a F. It couldn't even be a D-. It just was not the Widow we're used to. The energy was down. I guess there is the inner saboteur, as Ru called it. Like, you just couldn't get out of that funk. I'm sad it happened to Widow because I really, really love Widow. But let's move on. Crystal was a yes ma'am. That zombie makeup Crystal did. Crystal, your makeup, I feel so bad for reading you the first episode or two because this makeup was gorgeous. It was very on theme. The hair, the dust coming out of the hair. I love the dust coming off the dress. Crystal got a capital yes ma'am from me too. Her product was the magic mullet. Her infomercial was hilarious. I loved how she changed her voice. It was like, I wish I could look cool like Crystal. And I loved it. She finally played up to what Ru has been telling her all season. I love your mullet. Play it up, girl. And so I was happy to see Crystal be a great actress. I was happy to see Crystal be funny, to be silly, to let it all go, because I honestly thought, I was like, man, Crystal going home next week because they have to be funny. And Crystal proved me wrong. I really, really like Crystal. I hope she can make it to the top 4. I really hope she can take this momentum and keep it going and doesn't hit a wall like some of these other queens like Jan, Widow, Gigi. Like, keep it going, Crystal. I like you, girl. Okay, Ru now asked that question. Everyone's on the stage. You all, who do you think should go home? Everyone says Widow. And of course, Widow didn't say herself. She says, well, the only other person who didn't make me laugh was Jan. And I was like, really, Widow? This was your opportunity to say Gigi. Gigi honestly did worse than you. to me, because at least I chuckled, and I heard the judges. I don't know if it was a laugh track. I heard a couple of chuckles from the judges on Widows as well. I heard crickets during Gigi. This was your opportunity to show Gigi like she ain't all that. She not all that. But moving on, Heidi wins the challenge. Congratulations, Heidi. And then Widow and Jan have to lip sync. Jan goes home. I agree with Jackie. Widow turned into Shaka Khan on stage. Like, when you lip sync for your life, it's not all about cartwheels. It's not all about death drops. It's not all about doing the MC Hammer dance back and forth across our stage. It's about knowing and understanding the song and emoting the emotions and the feelings of the words into a performance. And that's what Widow did. Widow said, I know Shaka Khan. I know how to perform Shaka Khan. I'm going to give you Shaka Khan. And Jan just said, I got to take all the tools in my toolbox and throw them on the stage, because she didn't understand Shaka Khan. She just was out there cartwheeling, death dropping. I was like, it's not necessary. You can look at Widow. One, Widow didn't have on the dress to do that. Two, Jan did flip out of her dress. That was a cute costume change, but it took you too long. It looked like you was in there digging to put the straps on your shoulders. It took you too long to take the dress off, and that's points deduction. That's points deducted. And then you were doing too much. You fell victim of doing too much. At this point now, like, I don't dislike any of the queens. It's sad to see all of you all go, but it's a part of the game. You all have to go. And it was Jan's turn. Every week is going to be hard because I like everyone left, except for Sherry, but we all kind of know Sherry going to be there and just get disqualified. Moving on, I did watch Untucked. Untucked, more of Jan crying. More of Widow feeling bad for herself. Gigi feeling... It was more of all the people who did bad feel bad for themselves, and they all bigged up Heidi for winning. For doing great. Because I don't think... They didn't announce the winner yet. But they all bigged up Heidi for doing a good job. So Shaka Khan came back there. Shaka Khan came back there and held Widow's hand. And probably... threw all of her Shaka Khan energy into Widow, and Jan was back there hating. She was like, not hating that Shaka was paying Widow attention, but just like, I know I'm going home because Widow adores Shaka Khan. That's her idol. She knows Shaka Khan. I'm about to go home. I'm sorry, Jan. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, whoever felt in that bottom was going to go home this week against Widow with Shaka Khan being there. I'm sorry. Anyway, that's all I have to give. You all know what to do. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if this is your first time watching, because I believe they getting ready to do this celebrity thing next week, and I'm going to be reviewing that because I'm very curious to see what celebrities they're going to be giving makeovers for. And my girl Alyssa Edwards is going to be there. I can't wait to see Alyssa. Matter of fact, I forgot who else is going to be there. I just saw Alyssa. We'll get into that next week. And like, comment, share, all that good stuff. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye.